How's it going, guys? It's Red, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a super powerful LMG setup that you guys could be using right now in Back 4 Blood. But before we get into that, if you're new here to the channel, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe for more awesome Back 4 Blood content just like this. Also, make sure to check out the link to my Discord server. It's going to be down in the description below. You guys can use it to find teammates to play Back 4 Blood with, so if you guys are in some dire needed teammates, make sure to come check out the Discord server. And without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright, so here we are in the deck building menu in Back 4 Blood. This is going to be the complete deck list, so if you guys are just looking to copy and paste the deck, now is your time to do so. But for the remainder of this video, I'm just going to be talking about why every card is where it is, and just what role every card plays in the deck, and just everything like that. So the general game plan is to just shoot all of the bullets out of our LMG, switch to our secondary, and by the time we've either, swung a melee weapon a couple times, or, shot a few bullets off of a pistol, this LMG is already going to be automatically reloaded, and then you just switch back to it, and then just shoot away again. And then just keep rinsing that over and over and over again. Now, in the number one spot is obviously Admin Reload. This is just the card that our entire deck is based around, and there's actually a few advantages to playing the Admin Reload version of an LMG deck rather than, just like the regular reload speed version. Now, usually people take cards like Mag Coupler and Wide Wealth Magwell and just stuff like that, all of these reload speed cards, and then just cram them all into one deck, and then, just say that's good enough. And the main thing that makes me not like those decks is because it disables the ADS. And I personally think disabling aim down sights is, not where you want to be as an LMG. I think being able to aim in general is just so much better than just not being able to aim. And I really don't think that you reload much slower doing this Admin Reload version than you do with like the Mag Coupler version. Now, number two is going to be Cold Brew Coffee, which gives us plus 15% reload speed, 25% aim speed, weapon swap speed, and use speed. Now, the reason that this card is all the way up at the number two spot is because it is not very often that all four of the abilities off Cold Brew Coffee are just super, super good in your deck. Usually, you're looking to use this card just for something like its reload speed and its aim speed, and then like the swap speed and use speed, or some, nice little extra thing that comes up. But in this deck, every one of these categories matters. Our reload speed matters, even though we don't actually reload. Just a fun fact about like how Admin Reload works, the higher your reload speed is, the faster this Admin Reload is going to go off. So, while we don't actually use any straight reload cards like Mag Coupler or anything like that, we have some other cards that, just tack reload speed onto that, and that's just going to make our Admin Reload, just passively faster. We also get aim speed, weapon swap speed, and use speed. Now, aim speed is obviously helpful because we're not playing the version that disables our aim down sights, and LMGs don't exactly have the quickest ADS, to begin with, so, just getting an increase in that is obviously nice. Weapon swap speed is obviously an all-star because we're going to be swapping our weapons almost just as much as we're shooting them. And use speed is obviously very, very important just after the new Tunnels of Terror DLC came out, with all the hives and stuff like that. Use speed has become better now more than it ever has. Now, at the number three spot, we have Line 'em Up, which gives us plus 10% effective bullet range, 15% recoil control, 25% bullet penetration, and 25% aim speed. Now, again, much like Cold Brew, not very often does all four of these effects have a tremendous effect on the deck. Usually, you're just looking, to get like the effective bullet range or recoil control, and then like the other two are just nice little add-ons. But no, every single one of these are absolute all-stars for LMGs. We have aim speed coming up again, and at this point, we have plus 50% aim speed, which, that's obviously very nice, and we get bullet penetration, recoil control, and effective bullet range. These are all things that LMGs absolutely love to have. And number four is going to be Shooting Gloves, which gives us plus 25% weapon swap speed, 15% recoil control, and 15% accuracy. Now, the reason that I'm playing Shooting Gloves in this deck rather than something like Guns Out or Cocky is actually for the exact same reason that I don't play Ammo Mule much anymore, and I usually play something like Ammo Belt. And that is because this gives me weapon swap speed and other values. Like, this gives me recoil control and accuracy, not just weapon swap speed and then some sort of downside. Because there are a lot of cards in this game that just throw weapon swap speed, like at the end of the card, and, just do it for the fun of it and have absolutely no downside. And there's so many cards like that, cards like Cold Brew Coffee, Shooting Gloves, stuff like that, that make it so you don't really have to play cards like Guns Out or Cocky. Like, unless you're really trying to go hardcore into it, but these just aren't needed anymore, in my opinion. Now, at number five, we have Hyper Focused, which gives us plus 50% weak spot damage and minus 40% move speed while shooting or melee attacking as the down downside. Now, usually I tell people to kind of veer away from this card because I think this downside is just a little much, and I do think Reckless Strategy overall is just a better card right now. But given the fact that LMGs aren't exactly like the most mobile thing in the world, I do think that in this spot we can kind of overlook this downside, because it's not like we're exactly being a speedster if we didn't have Hyper Focused in the deck. Now, if we were going to base our deck on something like SMGs, I would absolutely never put Hyper Focused in the deck, but since we're already pretty much going to be snails, I mean, just throwing this isn't really going to hurt anything. Number 6 is going to be Ammo Belt, which gives us plus 50% ammo capacity and plus 15% reload speed. Now, like I was talking about with the weapon swap speed cards, I don't like my ammo cards to just give me ammo capacity. I want them to give me some other sort of value, and in this deck specifically, I do think that just playing Ammo Belt and Tactical Vest is way better than just playing Ammo Mule. Like, yeah, I get it's taking up 2 card slots instead of 1, but I mean, Ammo Mule just gives you 75% ammo capacity and a downside, whereas Ammo Belt gives you ammo capacity, reload speed, and Tactical Vest is going to give you more base damage, and it's going to let you hold more ammo than you would if you would have just played Ammo Mule. Plus, this card also has reload speed on it, which is going to make admin reload go, you know, just a little bit faster too, which there's always that too. That's the main reason I'm playing this card. Now, number 7 is going to be Front Sight Focus, which gives us plus 20% accuracy, 10% weak spot damage, and plus 15% aim speed. Now, again, the thing that makes this card look the most attractive in this deck is it gives us a buff in our aim speed, and it has absolutely no downsides. Like, that's something that I try to base a lot of, you know, my card choices off of, is the amount of downsides that you get for playing this card. Because, I mean, up to this point, Hyper Focused is the only card that, you know, really has a downside. And I mean, if you take this out, we have like 15 different effects going with absolutely no downside. And this card, you know, kind of goes up for those categories that we haven't really touched much on yet, you know, like our accuracy and our weak spot damage. And like I said, we obviously need that aim speed too. Now, number 8 is going to be Reckless Strategy, which gives us plus 30% weak spot damage and minus 5% damage resistance as the downside. Now, the reason that this is all the way down here is because simply in this deck, it is just a worse Hyper Focused, but I mean, plus 30% weak spot damage is still a lot and it's still playable, but it just has to go under this one because it's just not as good as Hyper Focused in this deck. Now, number 9 is going to be High Vis Sights, which gives us plus 30% aim speed. Now, like I said when we were talking about Cold Brew Coffee, I mean, LMGs don't exactly have the fastest aim speed in the world, and you know, just getting a small buff is all this deck needs to make everything viable. And I mean, given the fact that we're not going to be a mag coupler deck and we actually need to aim, I do feel like this is just 100% needed. Number 10 is going to be Tactical Vest, which gives us plus 30% rifle ammo capacity and plus 10% base damage with all assault rifles and LMGs. Now, like I was saying earlier, the main reason that this card is in the deck is to combo with Ammo Belt, just so we can get that extra ammo package that we need, because LMGs really do chomp through ammo, but I still wanted to get us a good amount of value while doing it, so I elected to play Ammo Belt and Tactical Vest rather than just playing Ammo Mule. Now, number 11 is going to be Energy Drink, which gives us plus 15% stamina, 25% weapon swap speed, 15% move speed while firing, and plus 10% slow resistance. Now, the number one thing that we want from this card is the weapon swap speed, and like I was saying when I was talking about Cold Brew Coffee and Line 'em Up, it's not very often that all 4 of the effects given on this card are actual just all-stars for the deck, and this card shows it, because stamina isn't, you know, really that great. It's just something nice to have, along with move speed while firing and slow resistance. And that's why this card's at the number 11 spot, because, I mean, the swap speed's nice, that's the all-star portion, but everything else is just kind of mid, but we'll still take it. Whereas Cold Brew Coffee and Line 'em Up, they all, you know, everything it has to offer is just all-stars. And number 12 through 15 are all going to serve the exact same purpose, that being just straight up DPS. Number 12 being Shredder, which says each bullet hit causes the target to take 1% increased damage for 3 seconds. Number 13 being Large Caliber Rounds, which gives us plus 7.5% bullet damage and plus 200% bullet penetration. Number 14 being Silver Bullets, which gives us plus 10% bullet damage and 15% effective bullet range. And 15 being Ridden Slayer, which gives us plus 20% weak spot damage. All of these cards are aiming just to make us do as much damage as humanly possible, but they all do it in a slightly different way. Shredder is going to ensure that everything outside of like a Hag, a Breaker, an Ogre, stuff like that, everything outside of huge bosses are going to die in less than 15 bullets. because I don't think many things are going to be able to live through 15 normal shots along with the 15% damage increase and all of the damage increase we're going to be getting from these cards. Large caliber rounds is going to give us the bullet penetration we need. Silver bullets is going to help us with our effective bullet range so we can keep stuff just as far away as humanly possible. And when you pair Ridden Slayer with Reckless Strategy and Hyper Focus, that is going to give us plus 100% weak spot damage, essentially doubling all of our damage that we do on the weak spots. And obviously we want to gear ourselves to kill the special infected way faster than what we can kill the common infected, because the commons, I mean, especially using an LMG, they're just going to die in 1 or 2 shots, like no matter what, even if they're fully mutated. So the thing that we have to really gear ourselves towards, you know, killing quickly is the special infected, and, you know, getting that weak spot damage is how you do it. Well, that's going to do it for the video, guys. Make sure to leave a comment down below telling me any deck changes that you guys would make, and as always, if you happen to enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more awesome Back 4 Blood content just like this. Also, make sure to check out the link to my Discord server. It's going to be down in the description below. You guys can use it to find teammates to play Back 4 Blood with, so if you guys are in some dire need of teammates, make sure to come check out the Discord server. And until next time, it's been Red, and I'll see you guys in the next video.